welcome to Caravan Escapades. Hope everybody's keeping safe and well. What I want to do today is show you how we clean our Tow Pro Elite cover. There may be other methods for doing it, but this is kind of how we do it. This cover at the moment is actually the Tow Pro Infinity Elite that I've got on trial from Specialized Covers. We're just sort of trying that out for them, and obviously the difference is that it goes way above and it goes past the panoramic window. But as you've probably seen before and seen previous vlogs, we actually have the Tow Pro Elite. Now, if the weather's fine and you're out there towing, that sort of thing, the Tow Pro covers are great and don't get really dirty. They're there to protect the front of the caravan, obviously, from that dirt and the grime, and protect those windows and that sort of stuff. The downside is, if you're not getting the dirt on the front of your caravan, you are getting it on your cover. And we took this out a few days ago to trial on our run down to MG Caravans, and I'll bring this up here so you can probably see a bit more of the sort of the dirt that's on there and that sort of thing. Now, normally, let me just set this camera back up just to make sure that you can see us all right. Yep. Normally, all that would be needed is just a damp cloth to wipe it all down, that sort of stuff. And it's not always easy to clean it on the front of the caravan. I've got the opportunity at the moment to clean it while it's on the front of the caravan, and I feel that's the best way of doing it. You don't have to clean it on the front of the caravan. You can take it off, lay it out, and clean it that way. Normally, all you would need is just a sort of damp, warm cloth. What I would say is, if you are laying it down flat and you are going to be kind of clean it that way, try and protect the underside, put it on a clean patio area or that sort of stuff, or even if you can take it inside and lie it down, because you've got that area on the inside of the caravan you don't want picking up dirt, grit, those sorts of stuff. Because if you do, you'll put that on the front of your caravan and you'll scratch it. We have a handheld hoover. What I quite often do before putting it away is actually just use the handheld hoover just to lightly hoover on the inside. Anyway, let's give this a go. This is quite dirty. So I've got some soapy water. All I've got is a bit of the Paint Seal Direct shampoo, caravan shampoo, so it's the same shampoo, so it's a bit of soap. Just mix it up, the normal recommendations, 1 cap to a bucket of water, that sort of stuff. So we're going to give that a go. Normally, I'd be able to just kind of do it by hand. I don't want to get the ladders out and kind of just wipe it down if it was a normal Tow Pro Elite cover. But obviously, this being the bigger cover, it's going to take a bit more of a reach to get up there and clean it down. What you do want to be careful of, don't get water on the inside because that's going to wet the inside. If you do get water on the inside, then obviously let it dry out properly. But the easiest way, if you can, is obviously clean it while it's on the front of the caravan. It's just easier to get to everywhere and prevents you kind of picking up dirt and grime and that sort of stuff on the inside. So let's give this a go. Let's take the brush. Probably what I'll do at some point, I don't want too much water on there, so let's just give that a, there we go, and that's all coming off quite nicely. So we'll give that, so we literally are just washing that down. You don't really need to scrub hard because it does come off quite easily. And again, you don't want to rub too hard with it being on the front of the caravan, because if you have got anything kind of stuck behind there, it will obviously be rubbing away at the caravan. So we'll take that off there now. Now we've got to a height that we can reach properly. I'm going to take my wash mitt. You can use just a kind of normal rag, that sort of stuff, but nice soft wash mitt. Dip it in the water, wring it out a little bit, and then just start giving that. And this dirt is all coming off quite easily now. So you can see that's nicely kind of cleaned off now. Just looking back here, we've got up to the top of it, definitely. I think what I'll do just to rinse it off, because you've got a bit of soap on there. We don't want to leave the soap on, and you know, there's a little bit of residue of sort of dirty water. I'll wander up here and I'll get hold of the hose. Let's put that on a gentle sort of rinse. So what I'm going to do now is just rinse that off. Again, being careful not to get water behind. That was my neighbour just on his way down. Damon, if you're watching that, that was you. You're on the vlog. So giving it a bit of a rinse off here. Just making sure I haven't missed anything anywhere. I might just wipe it again at the bottom here. Just right round the bottom edge there. That's it. And do the same on this side. Give that a little rinse again. So as you can see, that's actually come up nice and clean now. I'll give you a closer look in a minute. What you could do is you could actually just leave it to sort of drip dry. Because I want to wash the rest of the caravan, what I'm going to do is just get a dry cloth and dry that off. So I'll be back in a tick. So I've just got one of these kind of microfiber cloths, but I guess you could use anything as long as it's soft and not abrasive, an old towel, a tea towel, that sort of stuff. And I'm going to climb up here now and literally just give it a dry down. So I'm just going to go and get a brush and you'll see why. So I'm back with a brush. Because this is a Tow Pro Elite Infinity, it obviously goes a little bit higher up and I can't reach all the way up there. I could get a set of steps out and that sort of stuff. But basically I've wrapped the microfiber cloth around the brush and I'm just going to dry it off like so. Let's swap it over. And that is a nice clean Tow Pro Elite cover. So let me give you a bit of a closer look at this. You can see compared to earlier on how dirty it was, and that's come up nice and clean. So let's just set this up again so you guys can see. So there we go, that's cleaning the Tow Pro Elite cover. I'm not sure what it's like to clean other covers, the ProTech and that sort of stuff. Obviously the Elite has got this kind of padded, foamy, rubberized kind of material, so it's quite easy to sort of wipe down. Doesn't absorb the moisture, obviously it will do on the inside, but doesn't absorb the moisture on the outside, so that makes it very, very easy to clean. As mentioned, this is the Tow Pro Infinity Elite. We already have the Tow Pro Elite, so the Infinity Elite goes up and over the panoramic window. We've got this on trial from Specialized Covers. We're trying it out for them at the moment. We've done one trip out there with it. Quite impressed with it so far. A couple of little issues, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a full vlog on this and the standard Tow Pro Elite cover that we've got, so you can have a proper kind of full comparison of the two, because there are some compromises to be had by going for the Infinity. I think as a consumer you've got to decide whether those compromises are acceptable for your own personal point of view to get the protection on that panoramic cover. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. That's how we clean our Specialized cover. You know, give me comments below how you clean yours, whether you have problems with your other covers, the ProTech, the other sort of designs, that sort of stuff. You know, it's there to protect the front of the caravan. It's there to keep the dirt off the caravan. It will get dirty. Can't always obviously clean it on the front of the caravan. You saw how relatively easy that was to do with it being on the front of the caravan. So if you can do it on the front of the caravan, I think that's going to make it a lot easier. But again, the only reminder, if you are taking it off and you are laying it out somewhere so you can clean and wipe down the front of it, please make sure you lay it somewhere where you don't pick up grit and dirt on the inside. If you do, please ensure that you can kind of clean that down afterwards. Anyway, that's another one from Caravan Escapades. I hope you've enjoyed that. Please give us a thumbs up. Thumbs up certainly help with the algorithms and stuff, so it's not hard. Tick that thumbs up button, it'd be very, very much appreciated. So don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Give us a thumbs up, as I've just mentioned. Hit that notification button and you'll be notified when we put out a new vlog. So thanks again, and we'll see you very soon.